Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands AP here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. I wish I had like CGI effects so I could be like rolls.
Oh god, like a
Punching.
soundboard for GIFs.
Yeah, all the punching. Technically you can do that with the Stream Deck, but GIFs can be copyright infringing. So I try to avoid them. But I hope everyone is having a good time. If we made our own GIFs, like there's a few moments.
Or just found non-copyrighted ones.
Like there's a few moments I would love to have gift in this campaign, in all the campaigns. There's like a couple McKenna reactions that I think would be amazing.
I did actually find a screenshot I took of a McKenna reaction face in my picture folder, and
dare I ask which one? Oh no.
We do need a.
I'll send it to you after stream.
The fan bonk, though, that is something we need.
Yes.
My fan's all the way over there. I can't reach it.
It's fine. We have a lot of examples to pull from.
We do.
That's true.
And it's easy to invoke.
And it'll be easy to get access to them because we are uploading and in the process of uploading all of our stuff to YouTube finally again. You're getting 2 videos a day. League of Amazing Adventurers at 10:30 and Strength of Thousands at 1:30. And then Astral Calling, which is our Spelljammer game, will be on Saturdays, like the day after the stream. But yeah. And then after, once we're caught up, I'll figure out some other content to put onto the YouTube channel. I want to start making stuff. I got plans. But speaking of those plans, we have many other plans and planned shows here on the channel. Some of those shows include the League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday. They beat the Lord of Light last week. And now this week, we'll be beginning the secret bonus arc that McKenna has dubbed the Baba Yaga Saga.
Technically, chat dubbed it that.
You did indeed.
I can't take credit for that. That was chat.
Fair enough.
Baba Yaga Saga.
Yes, the Baba Yaga Saga. There's going to be... Listen, y'all, there's a chase sequence with a house. I'm excited.
A chase sequence? Oh, God.
With
fucking walking house. I forgot she had one of those.
It's feet or
with
Garl
chicken feet.
With chicken feet.
Not chicken feet.
Chicken feet.
Not chicken feet.
With choco feet.
Garl feet. Then on Friday, we have the Astral Calling. It's our spelljamming campaign. They're searching for space treasure. I think that's the port of call they decided on. So, get ready for that fun
space
stuff.
Space treasure means space pirates.
Potentially.
I love me some space pirates.
Yeah.
Spirates.
You just like pirates in general. That's
pirates. You know me.
Is that spy pirates?
No, it's just pirates in space.
Of course.
That convention we just had.
So then what are spy pirates?
Then
pirates.
Then Saturday, Assault and Strategy. We're doing something. I don't know what we're doing yet. We should really talk about it at some point this week with Chad and Crystal Calf and Matt and me. We'll figure it out. Then, of course, on Sunday, we have Stardew Sunday, but we have a special Stardew Sunday this week. We are going to be beginning the multiplayer Stardew Sunday. Yeah. We're going to be beginning multiplayer Stardew Sunday. People on that, we're going to have Sarah joining us for that. And then a couple new faces on the channel who I don't know if you'll see their faces or not. We have Aubrey, a friend of Matt and mine's, and Emily is going to be joining us as well. And we're going to be doing some Stardew multiplayer. And then after the Stardew multiplayer, once people have to get to bed because, Aubrey and Emily need to sleep reasonable hours, unlike me.
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is for the weak.
Or the old.
But because people need to sleep, we'll jump into the single-player world after that. We'll keep going toward perfection in that. This week we got married. If you want to see me jump for joy in my chair out of finally getting to do something I've been trying to do in Stardew for years and just have never done the proper timing with. If you want to see that, go watch the VOD. Then...
Did you finally beat Jugamu Card?
No.
Oh no.
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 No, there is no god. Junimo card exists. That's why.
I have to say,
That's how I know.
considering my foray into Junimo cart is 5 seconds in where I die immediately about 20,000 times. I can't even get to the next section of it. I just determined that, you know, there is no god in Junimo, so I'm just gonna leave that where it is. I'll focus on getting all the fish in Stardew instead.
You don't technically need it for perfection, but I want it. I want to have an arcade room in my house, and I need the arcade machine to do that, so I need to beat Junimo card. Sophia likes to play games, so I want to have like a Catan table with the arcade room. I want to have like a full game room for us. Then, on Monday, of course, we have the Strength of Thousands AP. It's the show you're watching right now, or about to be watching.
Yes, indeed.
And, Matt, why don't you tell us who is in the show while I open up all of the character sheets that I have to open up, because I forgot to do that before stream. Ooh-woo.
Good evening, everyone. As Will has alluded to, I am the DM, or GM, if you prefer, for this Strength of Thousands adventure path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We are taking a group of students to teachers, or lower speakers as they're called, at the premier magic school in Golarion, the Magambia. And now they have taken their academic studies out into the world to investigate, to learn, and also to rescue people from horrible Knights of Abendigo who are slavers and jerks. It has brought them to the prison of the vacant eye. But who specifically has been brought? Let's start with McKenna. Who are you bringing to the table tonight?
Hello, I am McKenna Ray-Tynan, and I am playing Avi Avi, the Batfolk Witch, and her familiar Agate, the Dwemer Cat Cub.
And speaking of little kitties that we can see in the background, Sarah, who are you playing tonight?
I am Sarah Margaret. I am playing Charlotte, the Anati toxicologist, the professor of all things poison, and overall just along for the ride kind of person.
Yes, poisons can be deadly, but you know what can also inflict just grievous harm to your heart? The music put on by Zoe's character.
I thought you were gonna say cultists, but wow!
Yes.
I baited you.
Hi, everybody. I'm a Zoe. I just got baited. This is Dahlia. She's just here for the treats. I go by Zosie Pose on Instagram, on TikTok, hopefully on Twitch sometime soon? Question mark. Anyway, I play Ophelia. She is our bard. She's an elf. She got pastel pink clothing. She loves all things cute. And her found family.
And speaking of found families, the kind that you might, kill over, Will, who is your ex-cultist that you're bringing to the table tonight?
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Igora, Choco, and Gamma. They're a summoner, they're a Gripply, and they really care about their animal companions.
Doubt.
Yeah, don't lie.
They
Don't lie.
really care about their trap Roombas.
Doubt.
I'm going to start charging people royalties for that phrase. But anyway, that is our merry cast of characters, our lore speakers, I don't know if we have a group name for them beyond that, but yeah. And let's see if they can conquer the last obstacles and finally flush this evil from the prison of the vacant eye.
We are like
Why don't you go ahead and roll
adventuring
that
eye
intro?
drops.
Though before I begin with the official gameplay thing, one thing I just wanted to mention at the top of the show, I was reminded tonight of the importance of friends within a life and how just having certain people in your life makes your life richer just for having known them. And sometimes people may not be aware of that. So make sure your friends know that you appreciate them. See, sometimes people can feel isolated and alone, but knowing that they have had a positive impact on your life can be a ray of sunshine. So make sure your friends appreciate them. I don't agree with Aristotle on a lot of things, but he did say a smart thing once where without friends, no man would choose to live. So, be good to your friends.
Feeling so
Can I
sentimental
flip
tonight,
that
Matt.
and put it in the
I was
beginning of
waiting
every
for the
day?
other shoe to drop, honestly. Am I the only one?
No, I was.
And now you will all find an envelope under your chairs. The antidote will be found at the end of this riddle.
Oh,
Wait, Matt, it just says.
How did you get it all the way over here? Jeez.
I got people.
Oh, is that why you asked me?
It just says open gaming.
Actually, funny enough, so there is an empty envelope. There's an empty envelope, I think from the Christmas card you sent me, still up on my mantle. So I'm like, this is the only way I know how to send gifts to Zoe. I need to hold on to this envelope. Heaven forbid I write it down somewhere.
Oh my god.
But
That's
yes,
so good.
when last we left our group of lore speakers, they had made pretty good progress. They'd had some tight moments in clearing out the vacant, or the prison of the vacant eye. I'm just going to call it the prison from now on because that's a mouthful. But it feels like we're winding down. There's maybe just a couple rooms left to search. You guys have spelled and punched and belly bumped your way through a whole bunches of brutes and jailers. And yeah. There was also, you guys did notice a mysterious carriage sort of just waiting outside for you. You assume it's for you, maybe. It could be for an entirely different thing.
Super buffering. That's fine.
But anyway, we zoom back in. Episode recap is done. What do you guys want to do now?
We have rested, correct? I mean,
I'm
honestly,
assuming when I disconnected
Ophelia
last week,
and-
you guys rested.
yeah, Ophelia and Charlotte spent most of it jumping between the beds like children. But yes, my assumption was that we at least short rested.
It's
Well-
necessary.
Roll for fleas.
Damn.
No.
So we're sorry, the verdict that we short rested?
No freeze.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
remember if we
I-
chose short rest or long rest, honestly.
We said we were going to rest. We were still to decide how long we wanted to rest for.
Right.
I am almost completely out of spells. Actually,
There
fact,
is-
Getting there.
I have one level 4 spell left and my level 1, 2, and 3 from my druid dedication. So
I'm good on spells, but if you guys need to rest, we can rest.
how are you doing on alchemical items, Sarah?
Not bad because I filled up the last time that we went out, but certainly not great either.
Okay.
I could probably make like 5 or 6 more lessers, but
Okay. That could probably get us through an encounter.
relatively.
Do we want to
But
go for it?
in terms of spells, I'm also very low key as well.
I leave the decision to the group as to how long we rest for.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's no particular penalties that we can think of for taking a long rest, I say we do it.
You'd think there would be, but no. There is.
Then yes, we will take that long rest, Mr.
I mean,
DM, sir.
To maintain tension, I could have hidden that from you, but no, there is literally nothing stopping you guys almost from outside of combat. When you make noise, there's no chance that people will come to investigate what's going on because that could potentially bleed encounters and could unbalance things, and you guys would die very easily.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm of the mindset that maybe we should take a long just so everybody gets spells back, because if we do want to completely clear this out,
Yeah, let's take a long rest then.
There are essentially 3 doors you guys still haven't investigated. There's the 2 sort of to your north, and then there's one to your to the east, like on the right-hand side. Um, and then there was the big door, well, not bigger, but the central door to the north of the main area where the tables and the food were that you didn't investigate. But yeah, there's a door just like next to where Gama's standing, and one door just behind Choco standing.
So I would say, actually, considering this door seems, from what I'm gathering, if we open this one, it'll lead into the same potential hallway as Choco, right?
That the door that you're right below, that door is essentially open. I don't know if I have actually deleted the light thing. Give me a second. I have not. Give me a second. I don't think that door was opened in the time I was still online last
Choco.
week.
Dragon bird. Oh.
Dramatic hamster noise.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who remembers that? Did I just
Alright.
date myself a lot?
No, I don't know. I remember that one. It's okay.
All right. Do we want to just check out this door here?
Yeah.
Just keep going the little loop that we've been doing.
All right. So you guys want to check out that door?
Yes.
Mhm.
This is
Okay,
after
I
we
will.
rested.
Do you want to listen? Oh, you guys are going to rest?
Are we resting or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to
All
rest
right.
then.
Are you going to rest
Ooh.
in the room you guys came from? Just the big one there below the beds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can put
Okay.
some stuff up against the door and make
Yeah,
sure
you guys
that
can
we're
push a
not-
few beds.
Okay.
Just put a
Before we
check.
do that, do I hear anything in the room?
In that room where like Igor is right now, up against the
Mhm,
door,
mhm.
you don't hear anything.
Okay. That's good. Literally. And then now we're resting. We're resting.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
going to long resting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. You guys have rested.
Oh, look at us. We've become 20th level adventurers. No.
God.
A giant hand comes through the wall.
Swats you down.
You wanted to be level 28.
My hubris.
Every finger is a dragon.
Dragon finger
Oh,
puppets.
it's like those old elementary school crafts you have to do with turkeys, except it's Tiamat.
Careful now. Tiamat's name is copyrighted.
Why do I want to
Is
make
it?
that now?
Actually, no, you're right. It isn't because she's an ancient Mesopotamian goddess. Never mind.
Yeah.
Tiamat hand turkeys.
Gobble gobble.
All right. All right, you guys are all rested and healed up. I'm actually going to take a moment to make sure I reset poor old Endures in Darkness' spell slots.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I had to.
It's fine. I just the visual image of a hand puppet Tiamat just
Took you out.
it tickles the funny bone a little.
I'll make it even better. Hand puppet of Tiamat with Joe Magliello. I butchered his last name.
Yes, you did.
I did.
As
Puppeting
the
it as the puppeteer, doing like a hello, I am your servant. Ah, yes, you did this bit. That'd be very funny.
Moving on.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Do you guys want to open that door that Charlotte listened at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna delete the thing. This is the smallest room description of the entire prison, so I'll just read it quickly.
Ooh.
This small room resembles a previous one that you went in, except it holds no prisoners.
Oh.
A suspicious amount of fresh blood stains the room, as if from a
Ooh.
vicious fight. You see like a couple really crude weapons just left lying on the floor, covered in blood.
we were told about this fight.
Yes.
The prisoners we freed. Yeah.
They did mention that some people were taken, put in a room, given makeshift weapons, and made to fight it out. And then even the winner was never seen again.
Yikes.
Ow.
Anything
primeval.
worth anything in here? Any of the
There is
weapons?
nothing but some really crappy shivs.
Ooh. All right, Avi.
Get out of here.
Let's go for it. You ready?
Thank you.
The spirit of competition. Yeah, two casters fight it out using only
Spirit of
unarmed attacks.
shivs.
We will be here all day.
I'm gonna take a chance to perceive and listen to this door. With the third-
Hey.
Ba-bum-bum-ba-dum. You don't think you hear anything?
I don't think. So we're all great on that
That
one.
is a mood.
All right. You want to open the door?
Go forth.
All
Please.
right.
Search
You
it.
find some block text. This bedroom is the pinnacle of opulence in an otherwise plain structure, bearing a cot covered in rich furs, a small desk draped with patterned cloth, and a small chest with gold inlay tucked up beneath the desk. A sunburst design was once carved into the wall, but it looks like it has been carefully chiseled away a long time ago.
Bit rude.
Loot.
Loot.
Ophelia. Actually, anyone who wants, give me a crafting or society check.
I can do the first one.
I can't do any of that.
Oh no, I
There we
rolled
go.
a 5.
crafting.
Hey.
Actually, yeah. Just by this was either going to be just sort of like an appraisal check. You guys know just by looking at it, the furs on the bed are so fine. There are like 100 gold pieces just for the furs.
In the bag.
And the chest itself, regardless of whatever is in it, is worth about 150 because it's a fancy chest. This is like a oversized, beautiful jewelry box, but the size of an actual little treasure chest.
Yoink!
Now that's 250 gold pieces right there, and you haven't even looked in the chest yet.
Oh my. Do we want to check it for traps?
Yeah.
All right, give me a perception or crafting check if you wish to,
What about a thievery check?
Thievery also, yeah, it was my brain. Thievery.
And
You
2.
with the air of a true professional. Look at this. Tap, 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 tap. Trace the seams with your little batty fingers. Even when you think people are distracted, sniff it a little bit. It seems perfectly safe.
I'll open it.
I try to open it.
It opens. Surprisingly, it doesn't seem to have much in a lock to begin with. It's just like a little vanity latch. Like, oh, this just looks pretty. The contents are a little disappointing. Certainly not anything as valuable as the chest itself and the furs. There are like 3 onyx shards that are probably worth about 10 gold pieces each. And there's also a well-read book that seems to be titled The Words Behind the Mask.
Oh.
If you want to roll a society check, you might, or actually a religion check to discover what, if you know anything about this book, or you could just crack it open and look at it.
I will just crack it open and look at it.
It appears to be an anthology, and just based on some of the rather concerning titles, you think this might be something sacred to Norgabarites, the people who worship the god that the Abednego Knights worship.
Ew.
The god of murder and death.
Look, I am not one to say burn a book, but maybe we should burn the book.
One other thing of interest in the room, on the desk, there is a blood-stained cassock of devotion, which is a magic item. Each cassock of devotion depicts scenes related to the domain of a certain deity. This one is devoted to Gosra. It serves as a religious symbol of that deity, and it doesn't need to be wielded to provide the benefit. You gain a +2 item bonus to religion checks and a +1 item bonus to divine skill of the deity to whom the cassock is dedicated.
Which is nature for Gosra.
Yeah, and it has an activation effect once per day. You gain 1 focus point, which you can spend only to cast a cleric domain spell for a domain belonging to the deity that the cassock is dedicated to. If you don't spend this focus point by the end of the turn, it is lost. So effectively, we know this is a free action, so conceivably if the focus spell was 3 actions, you could still do it.
Yeah.
And it is wrapped up on the desk.
Normally I would say we would have nothing to do with this, but if we are in the attempts to follow through on some of the information in regards to the Knights of Abednego, it might be beneficial to bring something with this kind of ability along.
I will say that Gozareth is not the god that the Knights of Abindigo worship.
That might be why it's stained in blood.
Yeah, Gozareth is a nature god.
Also, apparently this thing is worth over 1,000 gold.
Yeah, it's a very valuable item. The Desnan one is insane.
Interesting. Good to know.
Are you guys going to leave the cassock where you
Sarah,
find it, or are you going
Gosra.
to take it?
No, I think this might have
Ooh.
belonged to maybe one of the prisoners, and we should probably find out who it belonged to. Or if they are no longer with us, we should find their
Sell it.
families.
Well, why don't we hold on to it and maybe
So
either
you're not-
either way the situation will occur.
Are you leaving it in the room then, or are you going to take it with you?
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Take it
Take
with we might
All right.
if
When you pick it up from the desk, you notice that it is wrapped around something, and you hear the clink, clink, clink of some coins.
Uh-oh.
And it is actually wrapped around 15 platinum pieces and a severed finger.
Oh well,
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, you can just feed it to Gamma.
No,
Platinum.
15
What kind of
platinum
finger?
Pieces. It appears to be human.
Peasant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll probably see if I have some extra flasks we could put the finger in for posterity's sake in case we run into a person without a finger.
I mean, we can put it in
Just
Gamma's storage
the
stomach.
four-fingered man.
Well, I mean, some.
Remind me
You
again, how
killed
much
my
does
father.
platinum convert to in Pathfinder?
I think 1 platinum is 100 gold.
Yeah, so 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
Which I think is maybe the AP's way of saying, don't necessarily sell the cassock. Here's the equal amount of money.
Or we can have
that is nice.
Double the
Yeah.
money.
If you'll find someone who will buy a religious thing.
There's religious fanatics out there that love stuff.
I say we take the cassock, have the money on hand.
It was 15
I
platinum.
will. Yes.
I'll just-
And if we run into somebody who may or may not be in relation to the cassock, we could give it back to them.
Yes.
They also might be missing a finger.
Leave the casket, take the platinum. I like it.
I didn't
Taking
say-
both.
Well, we're not leaving. Like, leave the casket with its proper belonger. Take the platinum.
Right.
Okay,
In
yes.
future, not leave it in the room.
Yeah, not leave it.
Yeah.
in the-
Correct. Yes.
All right. That leaves you guys with only one room left in the entire Prison of the Vacant Eye, assuming there aren't any hidden rooms.
So it's that big room in the center.
We've already
Yep,
found
yep.
the secret tunnel.
Before you go opening anything or any all that jazz, please position yourselves how you would like to be if you were presumably going to be opening the door.
Oh, pleasant.
I'm just saying.
What?
I'm debating where I want to put Igra. We're very lightning boltable or fireballable right now.
But we look so cute.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave it be. What's the worst that can happen?
We all die.
Choco,
Uh-oh.
get the door.
Are you gonna just open it, or are you gonna listen,
Please.
or are you gonna do?
Choco, get the door, please.
Choco,
by the by-
get the door.
Just as a heads up, Endures in Darkness has cast Vital Beacon on himself, so all you have to do, if you want a little bit of decreasing return on investment healing, just go and give him a little high five in the midst of combat as an interact option. But yeah, you guys gonna listen at the door?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You think you hear some low chanting.
Choco, get the door.
All right, you gonna open the door?
Choco, up.
All right. You open the door, and you see something. You seem to have perhaps interrupted something. Ignore that bit. I have to read something first. Yeah, that's the thing that's important. That guy. So you guys have entered.
Sorry, but
What
aesthetically,
appears- It's a cool token.
It's a
Not
much cooler
necessarily appropriate.
Hmm.
You guys enter and you seem to have interrupted something, because the big burly guy initially has his back to you, but he quickly kind of whips around and you see his gauntlets are like stained with dried blood, and he has like a weapon in his hand. And the other woman is dressed in very nice clothes, like she's got jewels and it's like a silk robe and everything, and she looks very startled. And as soon as she sees you guys and takes in the fact that you are not Knights of Abendigo, she points a kind of shaky finger at the brute and says, "This man was going to murder me as some sort of horrifying ritual." And you guys look down, and right between the two of them, there is a wooden altar stained in just so much blood.
Why do I not believe
Yeah, I'd
her?
like to make an
Sus!
insight. I'd like to make a
You're
perception check for
sus!
insight.
Yeah, same.
The severity of the encounter is undercut by people saying, "Sus!"
Just
I saw
Ophelia
you
in the background,
vent.
like,
Perception for me, perception for Agate.
Just take a look here.
Neither of us are doing very good.
Ophelia, you want to suss her out?
You guys, I really think we should help her.
I don't. Well,
Avi.
maybe I do.
Avi, cultist handbook. Cultist handbook. Pretend you're the one being sacrificed when people come to stop the cult. If you're looking for their deception DC, Matt, it's just 10 plus their deception modifier.
I wasn't actually rolling for
What
that.
do you mean? I don't think she's trying to deceive us.
Sure, we'll try and save her.
But yes, let's see.
Great.
Choco, Ophelia. Not actually. Hold on.
None
Actually,
of
no.
us.
None of us.
None of us.
You
None
guys
of
all.
us.
You guys all
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Well,
You have no
that's okay,
reason.
we can
You have no
focus
reason to
on-
doubt her.
Sure.
No reason to doubt her. And we are going to roll initiative, though. Give me
I-
a second to
I
get the tracker
love it
up.
when
Also,
common
hi,
sense
Raid.
is trumped by a roll. Hello.
I thought you said something other than raid, and I got confused for a second.
Raid. No, thank you for the raid.
Raid!
Hey, Solon.
All right.
Welcome
Along.
back. We're about to
Oh,
start
here
the
are my
boss
high
encounter.
rolls.
Wendy's.
I have to go back to the tokens menu. Okay.
Wendy's rolls.
Wendy's nuts.
Ooh.
Wow.
Did I get a nat 20 on that? No.
No.
Sorry.
Oh.
I apologize.
And finally, Endures in Darkness.
What you doing? What doing? What doing?
Okay. I think that's everyone. So we are going to hit the descending order thing. We are starting with Gama and his or Igora and his merry
Band.
marsh
Yeah.
dwellers.
Yep. Okay, so for Gamma, here's what it's going to be a big Gamma turn today. Gamma's going to mirror image himself. Gamma's going to then stride
Minigun.
to here. No, so Gamma can stride to there because this way, if you put a fireball at the back of the room, it doesn't hit Gamma. Hint, hint. And then Choco's free action is going to be moving to here. And that's my turn.
All right. We move on to the ritual victim, who is going to just put her hands up in the air, go, run, right past Gamma, and is going to use all three of her actions to just get back here, and we'll use her, or two of actions to move, and one action to cower.
Well,
I
Charlotte
don't
gets
like-
stabbed in
And
the
we
back.
move to Endures in Darkness,
I don't
who
like that lady right
is
there.
going to glance at the lady to see if she needs healing or anything. She seems to be all right, so he is going to move to... it's just one guy. He's going to move up here. He's going to hit his AC enhancing spell, and he's going to give Gamma a guidance.
Wait,
That's Endures in Darkness' turn.
did Endures in Darkness roll perception on Miss Girl?
That's a good point. Thank you for reminding me. I mean, he rolled terribly.
We all think that she is just like
You guys have had a long
saddest
couple
little meow
days.
meow.
Honestly, she's pretty.
I mean,
so...
you gotta trust rich people. They're always
Okay,
good people.
rich people,
Now we're
but
getting.
I mean,
pretty
she
people,
looks-
maybe.
Now we're getting
She
a
looks-
free roll.
She looks pretty rich.
My God.
Well, now Gama just. Now
Avi,
Gama
Avi,
just
you're
wants,
up. Ophelia, you'll be up next.
Now Gama just wants to eat her, Matt.
But Will, she's a job creator.
While I'm here, I'm curious about like the robes and the fancy clothes that she's wearing.
They look very nice.
Because they don't look like what any of the villagers would wear. Could I roll, if they're like magic robes, could I roll an Arcana check to see like what kind of magic she might do?
If you want to analyze her clothes, certainly.
For sure. So, Arcana check?
You could
maybe
give me an
occultism?
Arcana, or if you just want to do a perception check specifically focusing on her clothes.
Society could also. Maybe.
I will give you an Arcana check. How's a 30
Okay.
look?
Nothing about her outfit, her clothes specifically, seems magical or significant, and like it doesn't look like, oh, this is a standard, robe of +1 defense or something. You do notice that at her side there is a very nice and possibly magical looking sword.
What? Okay. Well, the dice have spoken.
Interesting. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna Needle of Vengeance this big boy against Kama.
Okay. All right, and do we want to roll? Do we roll that now or that on his turn?
Whenever he attacks.
On his turn.
Yeah, right. Ophelia, you're up, and then Jerep, last of all jailers.
All right.
No, not
Well,
Or brutes.
we're
He's technically a
going
brute.
to
He didn't have a trident. No, he doesn't have a trident.
performance. Oh,
I would say that is just a success, not a critical success.
gotcha.
So you'll get the +2.
+2 for that, and then we are going to throw out a Mirror's Misfortune. If you could you make me a duplicate, please?
Give me 1 second.
Shadow clone Ophelia.
And then I'm gonna pop her here.
Prepare for trouble.
Get ready to pop her up there.
And make it double.
Make it double. And that's my turn.
Their final episode made me cry.
Don't say that.
Don't worry, Jesse's just going to go live with Ash's mom now. And they were roommates. Mr. Mime is very jealous.
God.
The brute just kind of scowls angrily at you and at the person in the robes who fled. You will not take my sacrifice from me.
Oh, they're playing along.
And the brute is just going to lash out 3 times at Gama with his fighter's fork. We don't have to worry about that.
Let's see if this crits.
28. You have +1.
28 still hits, but mirror image.
All right, so we're going to roll a d4.
Gamma will always be 1.
All right, pops a mirror image. You have 2 remaining. Second attack.
Misses.
20, that's not going to hit. Third attack. Nope.
Misses.
All right, that's the end of that.
Could you make me 3 wisdom saves, please?
You're right, I totally can do that. Because
Will
that's the thing I
saves.
totally remembered. 18, failure.
Oh, that is a failure.
27.
Meet to beat, I
Beat.
believe. Oh, no, actually, that first one is a critical failure, the second one is a failure, and the last one is a second critical failure, so that will be 20, 30, 50, I believe.
50 damage?
Yes. Mental.
Dang, girl.
Assuming they don't have any resistances to mental damage.
No, he in fact almost you'd think would be vulnerable because he is very dumb. Or would that make him less?
For some reason, the dumb ones seem to be more resistant to mental damage.
Their brains are slightly calcified, so they're harder.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They've got cyberbrain scoliosis. That's a Ghost in the Shell reference. Anyway, yeah, we move on to then Sharo. That I gotta laugh that he took more damage on his own turn than he gave.
Oof.
That's hilarious. Charlotte, you are up. You have a cowering rich girl behind you.
28.
Ophelia, there's now 2 of.
Okay. I'm going to. Currently, I'm going to spend my actions to craft two additional bombs and a specific poison.
That's
So
2
I will
actions.
use all 3 to
Oh, there you go.
crafting.
Just furiously. Ding, 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 ding. Pour. Ooh.
Right. All 6 arms are moving.
Ophelia just reaches out. Let them cook. And then we move on to Igora.
All right, so for Choco's free uncommanded move, Choco's going to move here. Then I'm going to boost Eidolon for 1 action, giving my Eidolon a happy little +2 to the attack and a +4 to the damage because I have a striking weapon. And then Gama's going to give him a happy little belly bump. So that'll be a 31.
With guidance if you want. So yeah.
Well, yeah, automatically.
33 then.
Yep.
Against that, I'm pretty sure that is definitely a hit. I'm just making sure. Yeah, not a crit. They have an AC of 27. They got decently heavy armor.
21 points. 21 points to him of sonic damage.
That is a significant amount of his remaining health.
Second attack. 21 will miss.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
All right, we move on to the the cowering woman who, shaking so much, she kind of reaches out to Charlotte to steady herself, and then whispers something in your ear. Harm. 3 actions.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Level 6.
Yeah, that's about right. Counter spell.
I mean, does anyone have it?
No.
All right, so we are
That's gonna be
casting.
all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do level 6 3 action harm.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Well,
68.
luckily that's only 68, so that's not that much.
Says you.
Speak for yourself.
31 damage to everyone within 30 feet.
Well, there's a save, Matthew.
Yes, but you get to. The
okay.
DC for the save is 30,
Okay.
and it is, I believe, a fort save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's also
No.
going to need to make me a save as well.
Oh no.
Now here's the question though: does your mirror thing only work if it's targeted?
No.
What's the wording on the spell?
All right. I'll pop it up there.
Oh, I'm just reading it.
Gama got it.
If a creature takes a hostile action against the duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
That would count. They're not specifically thinking of the duplicate, but that's going to be a will save of 28 potentially. Let's see what they have for will.
Okay, so it is.
I feel like it might be high.
Damage.
Actually, not that much.
No.
Oh, all right.
A failure.
Well, she fails
or
that.
what?
Failure, but not critically.
So for the next hour,
The creature must roll its next 2 attack rolls twice and take the low result. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Neat.
Gama fails.
Oh, does that pop your mirror?
Yes, as it shatters and splinters bad luck into her.
I need to roll for Endures in Darkness for his fort save. He
Igora
succeeds. Natural
is
16.
cussing. Why the hell didn't I see the oldest trick in the cultist playbook coming? Ah, you would think that my
know.
experience outside of this would have warned me to this.
So Endures in Darkness is just going to take 15 damage.
You would think.
You would think.
Yes, you aren't a very good cultist.
I really
That
wasn't.
brings us 2 Endures in Dark. Actually, 1, 2. Yeah, he was just on the outside of that.
No, Endurance Darkness was in that. That's 30 feet.
No, I'm just saying he was just sort of on the edge of it.
Yeah, well, Gama was in that too, so.
He did get hit, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. He isn't quite entirely sure what all that was. He is going to spend one action to pump out the AC thing even further. So now it's 10 feet. So he's going to get Avi Avi and the real Ophelia. Please stand up. And then he is going to spend his remaining 2 actions to do a 2-action heal on Charlotte. Not a very high one because he doesn't think that was a lot of damage, but he's going to do a level 3 heal. So that's going to be 3d8 plus 24? Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, no damage there. Then. That was a level 3.
Back. Thank you.
It's what he's there for. Then we move on to Avi Avi, and Ophelia will be up next.
Cool.
All right, we're sustaining Needle of Vengeance on Big Guy, and also on Big Guy, we're gonna cook it and book it.
Cook and book.
Cook and
Cook and book. On the big guy?
I don't know why there's an attack roll. It should be a saving throw.
That's fine. I see the saving throw DC. And he does not succeed because he's big and slow.
Fails.
So that's going to
he
be...
deals the full persistent damage. Boop, boop, boop.
Which I will do now.
It'll deal, 46 fire damage, which is the 14. And then the 2d4 persistent damage, which is 4 this time.
For a total of 18, essentially.
Yeah.
And... Yeah, then the persistent. Okay. Was that 3 actions or just 2?
That was 3, because I also am sustaining Needle of Vengeance.
Fair enough. It was very successful. Ophelia, you're up, and then we will be back to Jerup.
Bard song up. And
Yep.
then here's the thing. Did we
You
we
all
know
clocked.
that the damage came from her?
Yeah, you
Because
all
she
clocked
whispered,
that. There was a
right?
wave.
Okay.
You guys were like, you were
How?
you're all borderline a little suspicious, like, oh, this rich person in fancy clothes, not stained by blood. But you're like, okay, we've seen weirder situations. And then an explosion of painful energy came from behind you. You're like, okay, no.
Ow!
Yeah.
Now we get to eat the rich.
Eat 'em alive.
So what's for your last 2 actions? What you gonna do?
So let's see. I'm going to throw out a synaptic pulse.
Ooh.
Both of them need to make me a will save, please.
Will save. All right, I will do the Abendigo priest first. If you had done a perception check to study her clothes rather than just trying to analyze her for magic, you would have noticed a small holy symbol of Abendigo hanging from her belt. It's pretty small. But she is going to succeed on that will save.
Stunned one.
Right, she's unaffected.
The brute
she's stunned.
She's stunned
1.
Brute fails, so he is stunned 2. Yeah, pretty good use of synaptic pulse.
Cool.
It's a good spell.
That's my turn.
So yeah, he's just going to do his 1 attack then with his fork.
Yay!
37.
That will hit.
He will save for Needle of Vengeance.
That
28.
will hit, but not crit, thanks to Endures.
And then that is failure on Needle, so that'll be another 10 damage.
All right. You guys are the master of chip damage.
Yeah.
Charlotte,
Like
you're
chips.
up, and you're immediately aware of there's this mean rich girl behind you.
Ow. We're going to do a wonderful series of things. I'm going to, 1, turn around and obviously face this bitch. Sorry.
She, despite being about the same height as you, somehow she's looking down on you. He's a cool.
To face this bitch.
I'm going to...
You said that and I immediately heard the keys in the door and I was like...
How do you think the envelope got under your chair?
Cooper. This bitch. Should have known. I'm going to turn around, yoink out my leg,
The weird lobster bug leg. The spear.
And I'm gonna poison it with giant centipede venom.
All right, so that'll be an action then.
Yep.
All right, and then are you going to stab him with a spear?
I'm gonna try and stab him with a spear. I'm gonna try. The major word here.
Okay.
Okay, so haven't yet put in the spear situation. So I'm going to look up spear and just add that in with things. So I actually might need some retconning help in regards to the stats of the spear. Because we've implemented that it is in fact a spear, but we have not added that to my
well,
weapon strikes.
do we probably should have done this ahead of time. I didn't realize you're actually going to use the spear. I'm trying to think of what weapons alchemists are proficient with.
Simple.
I think a spear is a martial weapon. No, it's a simple weapon. It is a simple weapon, so you are proficient. So,
I've already put it onto their sheet for them.
Excellent. Roll that spear attack. We'll see if you hit.
Roll that spear attack. Okay. This is mechanic wise. Do I click attack? Yeah.
Yeah, you just click
Hit
the word spear.
There we go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
28.
they nimbly kind of dodge out of the way and just say, "Champion gymnastics 3 years running." Pleb.
Oh,
You have one
God.
action remaining.
This image.
My
You can't
No.
hurt me. I'm too rich.
If you want to make another attack with the spear, you hit the number 2. It'll roll it for you with the penalty.
No, I'm going to.
Igura, you're up next.
Yeah, I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, actually, I
returning.
will. I will try to spear her, but I'll start by saying, eldest of 800, get wrecked, and throw it at her.
Actually, you know what?
That, Matt.
Minus the
Plus
minus
2
the
from
six.
Bart's song.
Well, there's also the -5, though.
Yeah, you didn't roll attack number 2.
Yeah, so you see on the spear, Sarah?
Oh, I see.
how
I
there's
see
the
it.
number 2. Yeah, if you hit that,
Well, I'm just going to do the math. Well,
but yeah.
with the -5 and the +2, it essentially becomes a -3. So just she has an AC of 30.
Try it again next
Bad.
time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'll still keep stabbing her.
Igura, you see this drama playing out in front of you.
So she sees, you just you
Steered.
hear her say that, then there's just this obsidian rooster behind her.
I am not touching this situation with a 10-foot pulling away.
Choco is just standing there. That'll be Choco's free action for the turn. Because I'm not going to command
Okay.
Choco this turn. I'm going to, however, boost Gamma.
Okay.
And then Gamma's going to belly bump the person in front of them. So that'll be 38.
That will definitely hit.
Does that
For
crit
16?
38?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, actually it would.
So that'll be
They only have an
40
AC of
points
27.
damage then.
40 points. They're looking pretty hurt.
They're still up after that?
Oh wait, no, sorry, no. Yeah, 40. They're at -4 now.
But
Well, were you looking at their life totals?
I can't not see the life totals. They're on the screen for me. I was like, he's still alive after that. We still have.
Maxwell,
You
I'm
just
cheating.
outed yourself so hard.
I have Choco's
Well,
health
peeking
bars.
behind the curtain.
I have Choco's health bar as well. I have Igura's health bar. I have all the health bars.
Just do what I do, Will, and I don't want to see something. Squint when you look at it.
I was going to walk right there.
I thought if you squinted, you could see things clearer, though. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that?
That is scientifically what happens. But that's my turn now.
Well, no, like actually, like not like squint forward, just like scrunch your eyes together so your eyelashes are like literally getting in the way of your
There's
eyes.
different ways to squint, or you could always just be like me and just be blind. It works out great.
The priest is going to immediately clock the frog riding around on top of things. You're standing above everyone. That means you're the biggest problem because you're looking down on people, which probably means you're rich. So you're the biggest problem because only I can be rich.
I did come
and
into
she's
15
gonna.
platinum pieces recently.
You came into 15
I
platinum.
was just making a joke.
She is going to.
Oh, was that her room?
I mean, it had a lot of expensive, nice things in it.
Yeah. I did just warn you.
We are going to. Oh, it's fine. I'll take it back, and I'll make a wonderful vanity thing out of your bones. She's going to eat the AO from Choco, from Gamma probably, and is going to cast Phantasmal Killer on Igora.
27, 28, 29. Not
Nope, we lost McKenna.
On the camera.
Oh, we lost McKenna. 29.
That will 29 will not hit.
Yeah. Phantasmal Killer.
So that's going to be will save
on Igora. That's Gamma. Yeah, not my worst save. Hero point.
Yeah, that was good hero point usage.
And did you have guidance? Somebody guidance you?
No.
I think you used it already.
Guidance already used it.
Oh, gotcha.
So hero pointing to get the 26. Like, let's not take the natural one, please.
6.
No, that's not crit fail.
No.
All right.
The frightened 2 I'm okay with.
34 mental damage, and you are frightened 2.
That's fine.
All right. And is that everything that she gets for her?
She
has
stunned.
one action. Oh wait, you're right. You're right. Stun 1. That's all she gets. Endures in darkness. Like, oh dear, oh bother. It's gonna move here. Is going to pump up his AC thing again. Actually, no. This is a caster, so we don't probably have to worry about AC as much. Is in fact going to do a 2-action heal on Igora. And this is just going to be a level 2 one. So 2d8. 16.
$25. Nice. That's almost
25
all the damage
back.
you did to me back.
And now it is it is Avi's turn. So we'll
It's
just
fine.
try and
McKenna just came back into the call.
Okay. I'm going to take this opportunity to eat part of my lime then.
Hello.
Hello. This
Mm.
is an anti-scurvy stream.
That is tart.
No scurvy.
Weirdo.
You know there are other fruits that have vitamin C in them, Matthew.
Not as good as lime.
Plus, this was
Fine. They're
part
not
of
the worst.
I have 2 limes. I need to use them.
Ah.
I even got a special lime
Oh.
holder for Christmas.
Oh, that is fun. So what is going on? Do I need to make
It's
a
your
save?
turn.
It's okay.
Yeah, Igor just got hit with a Phantasmal Killer and had to use a hero point to avoid the really bad result.
Ooh, that is gnarly. I'm sad I missed that. You know
Ophelia,
what?
you'll be
We'll
up next,
unpack
then
that
Charles.
later.
A bard song is up?
Bard Song is still up.
Okay, then let's do a cheeky a little a magic missile. We'll do it 3 actions, so that'll be 64 plus 12, I think. Is that right?
Plus 2 to each of them.
Plus 1 from the spell.
So plus 3 total.
All right.
So plus 18.
And then what level are you doing it at?
3rd.
So you get 2 missiles per action spend. So that'll be 60.
So 6.
So 29 total.
29. All goes through because that's what magic missile do.
Because that's what magic missiles for. That's my turn.
Did I do the right person's health? Yes. Okay. Ophelia, you are up.
We're gonna keep Bard Song up. And then I don't like this lady very much.
No, she's
quite
the
the
worst.
hypocrite. She's talking about how Eager is standing up above everybody. She thinks he's rich, but can she see what he's wearing? Because I'm pretty sure he's not wearing some rich people clothes. So maybe she's also just stupid. And for that, we're just gonna vibrate her phones.
For that, you
She has a
deserve to
0 in
die.
intelligence.
Make me a fort save.
Fort
Pretty
save.
please.
Surprisingly, her second best stat.
Ooh.
29.
Oh, come on.
Half the damage, so that will be 14.
Wow.
Actually, sorry, Bard Song. So total it comes out to 31, so 15 in total then.
Nice.
Damage is still damage.
Damage is still damage.
And I yell at her. Your gown looks cheap.
You obviously don't know what you're talking about.
No, you've got bad eyesight.
I mean, I would say you do. I mean, look at the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah, well, they're stronger than your goons.
And we make her look
I didn't
prettier
buy
by
them.
They're
comparison.
dead. Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, that just means they didn't have enough money like me. I'm too rich to die.
Oh, but you're gonna die
Charlotte.
anyway.
Sounds like a lot of loot to me.
We're going to go in again for another spear attack. Getting close.
I mean, yeah, flanking now.
Flat-footed.
Nope,
Ooh. Sadly, not quite good enough with the nat 5.
not quite there, but if I use the opportunity to lunge, I want to then put a hand on her arm and cast Chill Touch.
Ooh, fort save. All right.
Well, it might be her great stat.
Second best. But there's only 3, so that's not actually saying that much. And she still fails.
Great.
Okay.
So that is going to be
So-
a negative.
Yep.
And?
Wait, that should be more. Sarah, what's the highest level spell you can cast?
3.
So roll me 2 more d4. Because this is only rolling 1 d4.
Oh,
So 12.
snake eyes.
So 12.
12 in total.
12 in total. It's
And-
fine.
Damage is damage.
Damage is damage. Also, it's a necromantic sort of situation, which is odd for an Anadi to be using necromancy. But there you go. There's a black thing coming off of my hands as I touch her.
Okay.
Cool.
Igra, you're up.
Now that's thinking with portals. Okay. So spell the first.
I see what
boost.
you did there, Squishy.
Spell the second belly bump. Nope.
Ooh.
And spell the third. Choco's going to get 2 actions.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird.
Choco's going to go for a 30.
Oh, Choco hits with a 32.
So that'll be a
Holy.
15 points of piercing damage.
And because specifically this is piercing damage, you poke a hole in her outfit and it says, "This is designer."
And then the tail swipe will miss.
Yeah. Sorry, we really couldn't tell because it's really ugly.
See, I
Don't
know.
worry, I'm going to kill you
know,
and then
so-
raise you and you'll apologize to me. She's going to do another 3-action harm. Igura Choke can take
Gama.
the AO.
Yep.
Gama can take the AO.
Okay, come on, critical hit. Nope.
Dang,
That is
I
not a
know.
critical hit.
Before
gonna-
we die, I'll sew my mouth shut. I'm not saying jack to you and apologies.
No, I know.
It's-
I know.
Your compliance really isn't a factor.
Tradesmen, that is not real silk. Let me just say.
So that's going to be another harm because she apparently prepared 3 of these today.
That's another fort. Oh. Oh.
Nothing I can do about
That's
that.
not nice.
Choco's fine.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh,
there's some
Charlotte.
darkness.
Ouch.
Well, I'm taking double damage because Gamma rolled a nat 1. Yay, Summoner.
And you have no hero point left.
Yep, yay, Summoner.
I mean, usually you're not supposed to be all close together like that.
I remember the days.
Oh, Endures in Darkness failed as well.
Most people will need to be within 30 feet of her for various spells.
I remember the
So-
days when Summoners and Eidolons had separate hit point pools.
So that's going to be another 68 negative damage because it's level 6.
Yeah, this could one-shot me. Oh, only 42.
Less than last time.
21, not great.
Every time you
and that's
say
their turn.
D8, I think your D and your T is so close.
I know.
Is 68? I'm like, really?
That has happened. I've seen people that happen to people in adventures like 60.
I'm like, no, he said 6D8.
Yeah. But we go on to Endures in Darkness, who is just going to say in his kind of, mushroom monotone, 2 can play at that game. Meanie.
Ooh.
Oh, no, please don't 3-action heal because it will heal her.
Not the meanie.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Thank
heal
you for
one
reminding
lady.
me.
It's fine. We're fine. Don't worry. Focus
I
on
need
the
to do some-
bloodiest.
2 can play at that
That's-
game, accidentally heals the enemy.
To be fair, you guys have the action economy ahead of them, so you can outdamage the healing.
So,
Yeah.
True. True.
But he is going to... Who's looking the roughest? Who's taking a decent amount of damage? Who's hurting?
on a scale of 1 to 156, I'm at 21, 23.
Oof.
Okay, all right. You're going to get a big boy heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all the way over there. I can't just slap you either. Yeah, you are going to get a level 4 heal. 2 actions. So that's going to be 4d8 plus 32. 57 back to you. All right. And then he's going to move to here to try and... I see what we're doing. It's called the flanking maneuver. Avi, you are up, followed by Ophelia.
If I moved here and shot a lightning bolt,
That would get Gamma.
like, no, I guess I can't.
No. Choco's
If
big
I shot it
feathers are-
right between them,
It would technically, because of the way the rules work, it would hit both of them.
Just because I want this encounter to end as quickly as you guys do, I'm going to give you a little flash of inspiration, Avi.
oh,
If you got up on top of Gamma, you could just shoot down into their square and hit the floor.
this is true. This is true.
3 dimensions exist!
I will. Am I allowed to do that, or do I need to make an athletics check or something to jump up onto?
I
it?
would say this would be more, and because you're trying to do it quickly, you don't want to spend an action pulling yourself up. This would be an acrobatics check to kind of hop up on top of Igra.
You are
to Gamma.
so generous to me. Oh, but my dice are not. How's a 19?
Also no, this wouldn't affect by Bard Song, but you know what? I'm actually okay with it. It's not a difficult thing. You're climbing on a willing creature that you have ridden on before.
You're a generous
So-
man, Matthew. You're a
I mean,
generous
you
man.
guys are gonna win this fight. We're out healing their damage. It's one person. There's like 6 of you attacking them.
Well, I'm gonna roll on her a cheeky little lightning bolt. And the damage is gonna be just
the freaking
okay.
catfolk jailer was more dangerous because of all their buffs to damage and their sneak attack.
Yeah.
That is gonna be a 26 with Bard Song, though.
That won't hit then. Or sorry,
Well,
reflex.
the 26
yeah,
damage reflex save for her.
reflex.
So,
That is actually their best save, but they didn't critically succeed, so
Well, I'll take it then. She takes 26, so 13 electric
Fantastic
damage.
lady.
13. They are now below 3 digits.
Happy 13.
They did start with 175 damage.
Nice.
And you guys did make me happy because you focused fired the other guy before you moved on to another target.
Yay, are you so proud of us?
I'm so proud. I would literally give you all cookie if I could.
To be fair, I
that what's in the
immediately
envelope?
focused on her before I even got to the guy, but I mean, she did actually touch me without permission, so
Yeah, she
Oh,
needs
she
to
has to die.
die.
I don't know
Sick 'em.
you.
I don't know you.
This
That's
is my poison bag.
I
I'm in
don't
first.
know you.
Bad, no touch, bad touch.
For good measure, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at her. Let's see how that goes. 33?
Your bow is surprisingly consistent, despite you not being technically a martial class. That will hit. 8 piercing, not a whole lot of damage,
10
but
piercing.
good point. 10.
All right.
That's a ninth of their health.
Now we're going to Dirge of Doom her. As she hears her least favorite song, she's frightened one.
What does her least favorite song sound like?
I don't know.
Anything country?
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
It's country.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
No, the sound of poors.
Oh god.
It's just like Ophelia with her guitar menacingly, Jolene, Jolene.
Deliverances with intent.
There's a lot of yodeling going on. And that's my turn. So she is frightened one. She took a little bit of damage, and Bart song is up.
We're back to the spear mistress herself, Charlotte.
Yes, speaking of, we'll try that one more time. One of these will hit. Maybe. Nope. Will not. Look, I need practice, okay? I'm trying.
That's a training arc we could do.
You're doing your best.
You are providing
There's only
flanking
so
to
many
Choco.
times I can throw things.
What do you got for your last 2?
Oh,
Igra,
we'll just
you're up next.
electrocute her instead.
Okay.
That's so valid.
Roll that spell. Not bad, not bad. It's gonna be reflex.
What the?
She just kind of like turns
You
surprise.
just see Charlotte, all 6 arms just like dangle to the side, going.
Behold the power of money and good taste.
What does that have anything to do with it?
I don't know, but it means you didn't hit me. That's what.
Kill her.
It literally says in her description she thinks she's too rich to die.
So that'll be a 36 flat-footed.
That will definitely hit.
Will that crit?
No, she has an AC of 30 normally.
Okay, so I was 2 off.
So with flat-footed, you would need to roll a 38.
Yeah, so that'll be 18 sonic damage.
Oh, bad vibes.
And that will miss. 24 with flanking.
No.
No.
Oh, wait, no, yes, sorry. 24 with flanking, that will be another 15. Or enhanced, I don't know.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, because I get plus 4 to damage with boost idle.
Thank you. All right.
I really should have been using this spell a lot earlier, eh? Yeah, this is like something that I've had access to since like level 1. But until now, it really has been more efficient.
I'm about to put a little bit of a challenge, a mini challenge on you guys.
Right.
Actually, you know what? No, I can't do that. Never mind.
No, you can't.
Oh, I hate that. I
Don't
hate
pull
that.
back.
feeling.
Don't pull back.
No, well, no, I can do it, but the root.
Do it, Matt.
I'm gonna make it. You want me to do it, Will?
Do it.
Do it.
She snaps her fingers and she disappears.
Oh.
No.
She invisible.
Has manipulate.
It has a manipulate.
Yeah.
I mean, let me
So-
double check.
I'm pretty sure it has a
It
manipulate.
has material and somatic.
Oh, so never mind. That does not manipulate. Is it 1 action or 2?
Well,
Well,
no,
somatic
somatic is
somatic,
gesturing.
yeah, somatic is manipulate.
Yep.
Then. Yeah, so
24 flat-footed and
It
You're
definitely
frightened?
hits.
12, so 16 points of sonic damage.
Remember, frightened, I think, just affects like saves and skill checks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not damage. But yeah, they seemingly disappear from sight. Everyone give me a perception check.
Yes, please. Oh,
Ophelia.
I smell her cheap.
one for me and one for Agate.
Perfume.
Agate has a 36.
Agate.
Hey.
Agate manages to draw your attention somewhere, and you hear a...
Where's she running? Where's she running?
She is running towards the only staircase that you guys have discovered, which is over to the left. I'm gonna double check her
body
movement.
of her companion.
Oh.
I'm just checking what her movement is. Okay.
To run into the dead body of her cat companion, I imagine.
I have to move myself to the GM layer.
You're just happy like this now?
All right. We move on to Endures in Darkness, who just kind of looks around. Oh, did we win? I'm actually roll a quick perception check for him because he's actually got good perception. He's a high wisdom class. Nope.
Poor little.
Did we win? I guess we did.
Wow, you guys, you're getting so good at this. You just turned her into nothing.
Huh.
Who the spell was that? That's pretty impressive.
No.
Does anyone need any heal? He's just gonna go and tap. He's gonna move over here and just tap Igara with the vital beacon. So you're gonna get 40-10, I think. I think it's 40-10. Yeah, 40-10, 8, 6, 4. So you get 17 health. That's a terrible D10 roll. 2 2s. And then is going to give a guidance to Charlotte.
Well, thank you. But also, no.
You guys probably have a... what happened to the initiative tracker?
It's still there.
It's right here.
Oh,
I'm up next.
that's weird. It disappeared for me. Did I minimize it by accident? Turn order, I did. I've got so many things minimized at the top. So yeah, Avi, you guys potentially have one round to prevent her from completely escaping.
I'm gonna say she went this way, and I'm gonna scamper over here. I only have one thing.
Are you scampering to that spot specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only have one AoE thing, I think, right now. And that's gonna be Cone of Cold that I am just gonna shoot off, and it's a cone, so it should hit this whole general direction.
Sure.
I think that's just as far as I can go.
29.
Ooh.
Saved,
Not
but
a
not
crit.
critical. So that's still going to be 25. Actually,
More
no.
than 25.
20,
So it does
26.
hit her?
It does hit her.
Oh!
And
Okay.
I'll tease you this because I want to rise up the tension. She has single-digit health left.
Oh, my God.
And
Shoot her.
speaking of single-digit health potentially, damage worth Ophelia. You see the vaguest outline of it's a frosty
Frosted.
thing until it immediately melts because it's pretty humid in here. It's a jungle, but you're like, oh, Avi, I was
You
onto
know-
something.
Girl, frosted tips are just not your luck. And we're gonna throw a sound bomb over in that direction.
Yes. Do it.
All right. Is it gonna let me?
Fort, okay.
All right.
Fort.
Okay, where are you placing it, Ophelia?
That's a good
Or it's
question.
not gonna hit
Question.
Avi.
Because it could be any of
Yeah, Will, no looking at the map.
I'm not
these.
saying
I appreciate
anything.
that.
It's a 10-foot
I'm
burst.
not saying anything.
Well, very specifically, tell me where you want to drop it. You can take a moment to think about it.
Well, I want to do it here.
Well, you have to pick a square.
Oh, will this square hit Avi?
Yes, that square will be 10 feet to Avi.
So then I'll do this square. Pull this.
Still 10 feet.
Still 10 feet.
This
If you-
square.
That will work, yes. All right. And
I
you do
can't
manage
do math.
you do manage to hit them from that spot, I will
Oh,
say.
nice.
Nice.
All
And
right,
they
cool.
failed.
Oh,
They take
Oh.
16 damage. I'm going to return them to
Where was
the...
she?
She was actually right in front of you. If there was one more space, you would have bumped in
Jesus.
there.
What would have happened if I had gone to that space?
You would have realized that someone was there because you wouldn't have been able to move through that space. You would have like face planted into an invisible person, like, oh, what lovely silk.
I was
Oh,
so
is that Jasmine?
excited. I was gonna get to use something that I never get to use, but then you said single
Yep.
digits, so I was like, all right, I might
and
as
as
well
she
just
falls,
finish
she's
her
like,
off then.
but I'm too rich to die, Norborger.
That's
And
unfortunate because it looks like you're dead, and now we're gonna have all your money.
Haha.
I would like to loot her corpse, please.
Yeah.
all right, so on her corpse, I'm just going to list off the equipment she had. You find a dagger, a religious symbol to Norborger. I'm never going to pronounce that right.
Burger.
Studded leather armor hidden under her fabulous clothes. A +2 striking short sword.
Hmm.
And 2 doses of shadow essence.
Ooh, is that what she used?
Gimme.
Oh, she didn't use that on us. Thank God.
What
Yeah.
are shadow essences?
Shadow essence. I don't actually know. It doesn't actually specify. Hold on a sec.
It's a poison, I believe.
Gimme.
Is it the poison for Cusco? Cusco's poison?
Shadow essence equipment. It is a poison. It is. Give me a crafting check because this is alchemical.
Me. I'll do it.
Nice.
Damn it, you beat
28.
me.
Oh, well,
28?
then that 20.
This is this is an item level 10, so I will say that's a success, I think.
Okay.
So you realize, you've read about this, you've never done this yourself, because this is a poison derived from something not of this plane. It is literally derived from the plane of shadow. It seems like less to be a liquid and almost to be like slightly solid shadow moving around in like the 2 little vials.
Mm-hmm.
This can give someone the enfeebled condition for like 24 hours potentially.
Ooh.
When you're describing this, you see Charlotte's 4 eyes just like fucking glistening with like and all like one set of arms is clasped in front of her, another one is doing like spasming around, and the other one's like, oh my god.
Ophelia looks right at you and pockets them. Just kidding. She pulls them out of your pocket and gives them to you.
I've never seen a spider cry.
Out of all 4 eyes.
Punked. Yeah, punk.
Oh, did we lose Matt?
Oh, we lost Matt.
Oh no.
Oh well. Well, we can just do some man.
There he goes.
I have this kind of set up from last week though. I have it set up from last week still.
but
kind
literally Charlotte is like a kid in the candy store looking at these just from every angle. Like,
Ophelia just kind of looks at you. She's like, "Hey, be careful. Like, my cousin got into some stuff with that stuff. Not a big fan. But you know what you're doing.
oh
you do.
Yes, I've always wanted to work with planes of shadow essences.
Hey, Ophelia.
Mm.
I noticed you're using that bow much more effectively nowadays.
Thank you. Absolutely.
I think we should probably invest some stuff into that bow.
You think?
If you want, I can work some crafting magic onto it.
Well,
add some.
At this point, technically speaking, at this point, Sarah, your character can't fail the crafting check to move runes. So what we could do is we could take the runes from the sword, and we could either... Here are the options we have. Option 1, we give Ophelia the +2 striking... The +2 and the striking rune from the sword onto her bow to give her a +2 striking bow. Option 2, we move the runes from my knuckle dusters, which are a +1 striking, to Ophelia's bow, and we give me the +2 striking runes. Option 3, we move the runes from Avi's sickle, and we give Avi the +2 striking rune on a sickle.
I don't currently have any runes on my sickle.
Oh.
Also, I don't use it all that often.
But we should all have a melee just in case. You saw how she just immediately got behind Charlotte. We all need to protect ourselves.
Right, and there's only so much my leg can do, unfortunately.
Right. So,
I
I mean, how often are you using your knuckle dusters, Igora?
well, they're what buff Gamma.
Right.
So we should put the +2 on the knuckle dusters because we throw Gamma in front of everything.
I was not going to say that because I'm
I'll
not
say
going
it.
to ask for
I
it.
think it's great. Yeah, let's go for it.
Back! Hello!
How you doing,
Yes.
DM? We were captainless.
It wouldn't work on the stupid Zoom app for some reason. Like I went onto my actual just like off the Wi-Fi, but I don't know. Like, Will, just in case, can you send me the code for the Zoom call? Like, not just the link.
Can I do that without leaking it? Is the question.
I'll send it to the like the Facebook chat. I'll keep my phone open so I'll get it and I won't have to be online to take it and throw it into the app.
Yes, I can. I
you,
can do
sweetie.
both of those things for you.
Thank you. But yeah, so let's just quickly then go through that last room.
We were discussing, I have now the 2 shadow essences in Charlotte's possession for maximum usage, I feel. Also, we were discussing about using the runes from the sword, possibly, and putting them on Ophelia's bow instead.
I mean, that could certainly work at some point. You'll have to sit down and do some crafting.
Yes,
There we go.
I say what we do currently is I think we have done all we can here. We go down, we let our Cyclops friend know that she is now free to continue her life's work, and we wander off to go check on the villagers.
The villagers have you guys at least were in here for 8 hours because you got a long rest. Villagers are long gone. By the by, just as a heads up, you guys have unlocked the what's it called?
Folklorist?
Practical research thing. So if you have downtime in future, you can come here and do stuff with researching the archaeology of the Cyclopses.
Hell
It's an
yeah,
activity
that's
you can
cool.
Oh, yes. So I'd say we as we previously discussed with her, with possibility of, working alongside the school for potential student assistance, provide that to her so that
she gets
has
free workers.
precisely,
And those kids get hands-on experience.
correct.
Yeah.
Respectful students, of course.
Are we
And if she has problems with them, I'm sure the school won't mind if she tosses one of them into the jail cells for a day.
Yeah.
Maybe not the bloody one.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we should clean that. Feels a little disrespectful.
So yeah, and you guys have actually this room didn't have any loot in it, so you have effectively finished the entire Prison of the Vacant Eye.
Wow.
Congrats.
That took a minute.
Yep.
level?
About 3-4 weeks maybe?
Longer than that.
Yeah. So you guys unfortunately you never did find your student's father. It's very likely that he was shipped off to Jura.
Well, we were told that
Pardon me,
by the
Jula.
We were told that by the prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like that might be the last place that the Knights of Abendigo
they've taken over the city of Jula from all the information that we've been told, which means we can
Burn down
decide
the city
to...
without consequence.
Yeah, I guess we head there next.
Well, we might as well cut the head off of the snake.
Yep, burn it to the
if
ground.
anyone has Society or Wagi Expanse lore or Magambia lore, feel free to give me a check for
I
that.
will
Not specifically.
save all of
That's
my
going to be a
fighting
34 in
spells.
society.
You know for a fact that it's going to be a bit of a trip to get to Jula.
Aw.
It would take, especially if you guys are traveling on foot through the jungle.
Well, we could probably track down those frogs.
Well, maybe we can talk to that nice carriage out front.
Yeah. You guys, as you're discussing this, you come outside and the frogs are gone. There was a thing dropped from above that scared them off.
Yeah.
You know, like a dead body.
Yeah, it's floating right there. Look.
Ew.
Actually, you notice it's actually on the far end of the pool now, and one of the horses from the carriage is nibbling on the back of one of their necks.
See?
Gross.
What kind of horses are these? Can we
Do you want to
read
look at them?
Yeah, I
Yes,
want to look at them. What am I rolling?
What am I rolling?
Ooh.
This would actually be occultism.
Oh
Ooh,
god.
that's right.
All
up
I know
my
is
alley.
that when I
Unless it's
waved
not.
at the carriage driver, he quite politely waved back. So I think he's
Oh.
fine.
You examine the horses sort of from a distance, and you're pretty sure these are not normal, possibly even material realm horses. They look weirdly almost kind of like sickly, except they stand perfectly like straight and proud and stuff. And when one kind of looks up to look at you, you see sort of behind its little blinders smoldering light where its eyes should be.
That's a nightmare.
Do I know what this
Funky little
is?
friend.
With the 37?
You're not sure. It could be just a magical apparition of some kind. You also note that the driver, now that you're up close, is a very tall individual. And
Yes, a very large arm. Very long arm, not large.
yes,
long.
very long arm. He appears to be wearing black gloves, and he's got a lovely black suit, tall, black, wide-brimmed hat. What little you can actually see of him underneath seems to be very pale skin.
Like the slender man.
Here nor there.
He's fashionable.
He
at least.
seems slender, and you might characterize his gender as a man, perhaps. But do you guys approach the carriage?
All right.
Yeah,
So just
why not?
before we step forward, can we just agree that this is sketch, right?
Yeah, super sketch.
Why?
Okay.
But they also waved high
Like,
at
we
us.
literally
so we're
just
not
walked
that
out of a
sketched
building.
out.
We literally just walked out of a building where we killed almost everyone inside.
Yeah, they
Okay.
deserve it.
That means that I
Okay.
objectively, Igor, I think that makes us the sketchy one. They're just standing there.
Well, I see it as we've got two options. Either when we get close, we find out more information, i.e., they might be evil and of a negative quality, or they're of a positive quality. Either way, we get answers. I would also say, in general, regardless, we need a way to. I suppose we should probably find a way to go out and reconvene at an area that is not here, so that we could get transportation to Jula. So
Yeah, since somebody scared away the frogs, Igora.
I was trying to
Agreed.
feed them.
You did not succeed, unfortunately.
There's
It's like
supposed to be
throwing
the
a
frog
steak at a
whisperer.
dog. Sure, they'll eat it, but they're going to be scared away by
Like,
someone throwing
like when
something
you
at them.
throw a cheese slice at a dog and they're just like,
The cheese. The cheese.
Yeah. You guys want to approach the carriage? You can.
oh.
Though on the way, feel free to either give me a perception or a nature check.
Igoro will stay at the back and look as intimidating as they can.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on perception.
Spicy!
Nat 20. You notice something interesting, a little ominous, but also may not be relevant. The jungle is very quiet right now. Like,
have a
usually,
peaceful presence.
birds, bugs, the occasional weird thing hopping through the undergrowth.
Oh no.
So very quiet right
We're
now.
walking
Where's my red flag?
Bonk.
All right, but you guys approach the carriage. The carriage man barely moves at all when you approach. His head swivels slightly to sort of just point his head in your direction. His head is sort of tilted down so you can't see his eyes. But as you approach, he lifts a large, spindly hand with his possibly too many jointed fingers and just sort of like wraps the back of the carriage behind him. And there's a pause for like 2 heartbeats. And then the door. And like mist sort of comes out. And stepping down the carriage, in what appear to be lovely stiletto heels, appears to be a woman dressed in a wonderful dress that seems to be made of one extremely long, like black silk kind of banner thing, or a long thing that's just wrapped around to make a dress, but it's so artfully done. You see kind of like dusky violet skin, white hair, and some little horns. Yes, this is the owner of the black hat. It appears to be Mercedes, and she's also wearing like a black ribbon around her neck tied up in a lovely little bow. She turns to look at you guys as she steps down the little steps from the carriage and smiles, a big smile. You can see her pointy teeth. And she says, "Hello, my darling. Some of you I think I have met, some of you I haven't, but I am here to answer a call in your time of need. I hear you might need a lift."
Well, good afternoon, Mercedes. It has been way too long. How have you been?
I have been delightful. I've got to meet so many new people in recent days, entered into so many arrangements.
Oh, yes. I heard that you recently made an arrangement with our dear little Choco.
Yes, indeed. And that is actually one of the
Sorry,
things
what?
I wanted
Oh,
to
yeah. Choco traded our debt.
Oh, Choco, you get to die now.
No.
No,
In fact, I think you guys are getting the better half of this arrangement. But we're out here, standing around on the muddy ground. Please, come inside and we can talk like civilized individuals. And she kind of turns on her heel and saunters back into the carriage, which you now notice you can't really see into it. There's just sort of this weird kind of orange greeny glow and kind of mist coming out of the door.
Okay. Boop, boop,
Okay.
boop, boop. I thought.
I guess Ophelia makes a note to prestidigitate everybody's feet as they go in the carriage.
You're a good kid,
Muddy.
Do
Ophelia.
you all proceed into the carriage?
With freshly prestidigitated little
I-
bat feet, yes.
All right.
This utter silence.
I just like look at
As-
Charlotte.
You look at Charlotte, and Charlotte is just like
Lady.
staring after Mercedes with like half of her mouth hanging open.
Oh, goodness gracious. Please don't fall in love with her. Avi already did.
Oh, come on. I
No.
did the same thing at the storytelling competition.
I'm not. I didn't. I don't. Whatever. And she
Okay.
just like fumbles in after everybody.
You all entered the carriage, I assume.
Igor just stands outside for a second, looks at Choco. It would take me 24 hours to get a new you.
That's so mean.
He's like, I think you
Just
will.
keep that in mind, and I'll go
Hey.
in.
I'm becoming an ascended creature now. This is a win-win for you.
Ugh.
Fried chicken, anyone?
Absolutely not.
You see the driver's head tilt a little to the side.
Yeah, see?
No.
You guys enter through the doorway of the carriage, and up until the moment you cross the threshold, you still can't see into it. It's kind of weird. But once you step through, it's like stepping through like a fog gate. You find yourself in an impossible space. You are suddenly in a well-appointed, like, sitting room. Everything is like dark wood and brass and black silk drapes. But the most striking thing suddenly, though, is when you walk in, there's a chandelier hanging upwards from the center of the floor.
She's so extra.
You look around and you realize, with the exception of some chairs and tables, everything is upside down.
Oh.
You guys are sitting on the ceiling.
I feel so at home as a bat right now.
Oh yeah, you totally do.
You do notice,
Nadia's like, ooh, ceiling.
and she gestures. There are some wonderful high-backed chairs with like dark green leather and brass buttons, and there is like a drink service already sitting on the table in the middle of the room. Though you also do hear snap, the door slam shut behind you, somewhat aggressively, and the faintest hint of a bit of a rumble.
Ooh.
Oh, it probably got started.
She gestures, kind of adjusts her very unconventional kind of skirt so she can sit and cross her legs properly without getting tangled. Everyone give me a perception check real quick.
One for me, one for Agate. once again, Agate has the higher of the two.
Pretty
Charlotte.
lady.
You notice something a little funny. On the ceiling, so to speak, which is actually the floor, like above you guys, the only bit of like furniture that's on the proper floor appears to be a long wooden box.
A casket?
If Charlotte draws your attention to it, it kind of looks like a casket.
Charlotte doesn't draw the attention to it, just kind of makes note of it and just kind of like bristles more in excitement.
So many mysteries.
So much mystery and necromancy, which, no, it's not typical, but
Bats of a feather are we. That's all I'll say
Bats
about
of a
that.
feather are we? So there's a drink service, right?
that's a drink service, right?
Igor is decidedly not eating or drinking anything.
Oh, did we
card.
lose Matt again?
No!
Oh,
We must know.
The
About the
sexy
drink
tiefling was
service.
too powerful for Canadian Wi-Fi.
And I will never ride Choco again.
That's so mean.
You were
Choco's just being a little guy.
Choco has betrayed Igor's trust.
Choco saved our lives.
Choco did save our
betrayed
lives.
And we
Igor's
owed
trust.
Choco a blood debt. That's kind of a big thing.
Choco
I don't
has
know
betrayed
nothing
Igor's
about your
trust.
history with Choco, but as far as Charlotte is concerned, Choco is good bird.
Choco
Bird.
was a very good bird. Igor had a lot of trust in Choco, but Choco's proven to be untrustworthy.
Oh.
Or endures in darkness is great mushroom. Choco is good
Choco has betrayed Igor.
good bird. Jury's still out on Gamma.
There he is.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
We must know about the lady.
All right.
Okay, give me a second, man. Let me figure out
If you
I can-
turn yourself another 90 degrees, you could be upside down like all of us.
Yeah.
Oh
How do I
boy.
fit- Oh,
There we go.
There he is.
Yay.
Do the auto
Got
adjustment.
it.
All right, so yeah, you guys, you see this room. Do you have any questions or anything you want to do? She is gesturing for you guys to sit and enjoy some drinks.
I must ask, before we sit down and partake of all of your niceties, if there is a price to be paid for this hospitality. I can't imagine you would offer such pleasantries for free.
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, everything that, in terms of hospitality, I offer within my carriage, in fact, costs me nothing.
Oh!
And this, I have actually come, I think you'll find this to be most agreeable. I have come to settle the matter of our debt right away. And we can get this all out of the way very quickly. And I thought the best way to do that would be to just swing by and pick you up. I had some business outside of the Magambia and Ntambu, so I thought, you know what? I'll just give them a lift, let them know what I'm hoping that they can do to settle their debt. And, two birds, one stone.
So thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Don't mind at all. Have the red. It'll heal your injuries.
Ooh.
And what would you like?
Oh, I don't drink wine.
Oh, well, it's customary to blind people where we drink with the person we're about to talk business with.
Well, that's all right. I have some fruit juice then.
Oh, excellent. So she pours her a glass of fruit
Makes
juice
me so happy.
And
Thank you for
pours
that.
herself a glass of fruit juice.
Yes, this is all made possible to kind of. She glances up at the wooden box on the ceiling, to the generous services of a mage I know who needed to make a deal at some point, and they're paying off what they owe.
Oh, well,
Oh,
if you're gaining a
Who's-
profit from it.
who's the mage?
No one you know.
Okay.
I think you weren't born
You?
when they. I don't think you were born when they entered into the contract.
Oh, that's fair, but I am older than I look.
Oh, I don't believe that for a moment, darling.
Any time in the last half century?
No.
Oh, okay, then that is older than I am.
Much
You're old, Avi. I don't think we've ever talked age.
I'm about, in terms of human years, I am 50, I think. You lose track after a while, and also that's still very young by face standards. That's about like a fifth of our lifespan. No, not even like 5%. So I'm still considered. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to babble.
No, that's perfectly all right. We do have a bit of time. She kind of gestures, and you guys do notice that sort of hidden behind black silk kind of banners hanging from the walls, there are doors. He says, there are rooms set aside for all of you. It will be, even with the abilities of my carriage, it will take a couple days to get to close to Jula. I won't be taking you right to the gates. I have to make a detour before we get there, but I'm going to take you most of the way.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to rest. I imagine, as adventurous lore speakers of the esteemed Megambia, you've been getting into some scraps, so they say. I don't know if you want to rest first or if you want to talk business.
Oh, I don't think I'll be able to sleep until we talk business. I'm actually very excited to hear what you have in store.
I can assure you it is the simplest thing. I just have a small favor. I want one or more of you, I don't know if this is the kind of thing that would take more than one person, to perform in Jula while you happen to be there.
I'm sorry, perform?
Sorry?
No, what, I'm sorry. Hi, we've never met before.
And in fact, yes, hello. This, of course, does not apply to you because the debt that I purchased from gestures to Choco from this charming individual does not include you. I'm more than happy to perhaps entertain if you're looking for any interesting reagents for your experiments.
Oh,
It gives you sort of a smile, and across the room, a cabinet against the wall kind of trembles a little.
Oh. And the strangest thing is she's like clutching this wine glass in one of the pairs of arms, and it's just like the light yellow dusting gets a little bit yellower around her cheeks and goes, tempting. Very tempting.
Wow. As I said, you'll be here for a few days. You can maybe sleep on it. We can discuss it over brunch tomorrow.
I don't know if you happen to, if you wouldn't mind, if it were rude, if I have a little thing of business to do, so if I might be so bold as to extract myself from this. Ophelia, do you have that bow? If you give me your short bow, I can get to work on enhancing it for you.
Oh, is that what we had decided? I thought we had decided on Igor's.
Well, we can put Igor's +1 on your bow and the +2 on Igor's hand wraps.
Yeah. Swap-de-doodle.
So
yeah,
gotcha.
Items, and I will take it to one of the rooms and work on that while you all discuss business.
Lovely, sounds great.
Knuckle dusters, and I will upgrade Ophelia's bow for her
arms full of like items.
I believe you'll find your room set aside. It's the door next to the marble bust of Asmodee.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. I shall retire then for the evening. If you need me, I'll be there. And she just looks at all of you and just goes,
can't read lips, I'm sorry. You get a message in your head that says, I don't know how to read lips.
It's just like, good luck.
I mean, in some forms, she may not have lips.
Oh, yeah, I can't read mandibles.
Yes, so what I will do is Charlotte cautiously, like, eyes gleaming like, this is so amazingly cool, just wanders into that room with all the items in hand to start adjusting the runes and crafting.
And we'll let that probably happen off panel, but she kind of turns to the rest of you. So if you do wish to talk business tonight before you retire, I'm more than happy to get down to brass tacks, as it were.
Yes, please. I'm very curious to hear your terms.
She takes out, pulled from somewhere, it doesn't look like it has any pockets on this outfit, just a little like scroll tied up with like a little purple ribbon, and just sort of puts it on the table and says, "In that scroll is an address in Njula. I simply at some point during your visit, I think it'll be fine at some point. I just want you to open a door."
Is that all?
Yes. Simply open the door, leave it open, and walk away.
May I ask the purpose of this task?
You may not.
Ah, so it's that kind of deal.
I mean, I'm more than happy to entertain other possibility ways of you paying back your blood debt, but this seemed like, I always like to encourage possibly repeat customers, so I thought, something maybe not too difficult for the first transaction would be agreeable.
I guess my only other question is someone innocent gonna get hurt because of this?
Yes.
In fact, quite the opposite.
Oh, I do like that.
Though, as I'm sure you know, darling, innocence is a bit of a transitory property.
I suppose it depends.
I mean, even such hardened people's like frog legs that you met, they started one day. They were innocent once.
They were innocent once, and I suppose with enough good deeds and hard work, they could be considered so once again.
I mean, they did break a plate over someone's head recently in prison.
Oh, that's
But
unfortunate.
they may have deserved
I was
not sure.
maybe that person wasn't so innocent either.
I mean, they were in jail. So, I mean, there are probably innocent people in jail, but it's also very likely that this, was a thief or an arsonist or a
Depends on the prison system.
But yeah, you guys have been given a way to possibly clear your debt, and I think we will turned 11 o'clock exactly on my computer.
Ooh.
So that is probably where we'll end things for tonight. We'll want some more breathing space to possibly expand upon this visit and this interesting little voyage you guys are going on next week. Hopefully when I'll have my internet fixed.
All right. This feels like such a treat after finishing a dungeon.
Yes.
Igor sends
many
Choco to
questions
the
for
room
her.
alone. Igor just patches up.
Go to your room.
Igor just patches up in a corner with Gamma. Doesn't take the hospitality.
Aww.
Willingly. Look,
So is Igor just gonna starve for the next 3 days?
blood debt.
Yeah, I can.
Should be noted,
I
not
can-
accepting hospitalities means you're not protected by it.
That's fine.
No.
You didn't take your bread in salt and water. Laws of hospitality do not apply to you.
Look, I'm with McKenna on the blood debt. Who cares? She's pretty.
Pretty
I mean,
We were literally
lady.
given one rule when we were students: not to interact with this person. And
But we don't have a choice, so
But yet,
You think
But
we
those-
followed any of the other rules they're supposed to follow?
yeah, precisely.
but
They
Will,
threw us
those
to the
curves.
wolves. Bugs. They threw us to the bugs.
She's never thrown you to bugs.
either way,
That's very true.
time to
That's for
start
next
looking up
time,
a
though.
new animal companion stats. Thank you so much for coming to
So
tonight's episode
mean.
of the Strength of Thousands AP. Don't forget to check out many other shows here on the channel, like the beginning of our first sort of epilogue one-shot for the League of Amazing
Ooh.
Adventurers, the Baba Yaga Saga, on Wednesday.
Is it an epilogue or is it the secondary BBEG?
It's like an epilogue
An
because
ultimate.
it's like it's a secret boss because the Baba Yaga doesn't have much power anymore.
The DLC.
Oh, interesting.
She's now
yes, the
just
DLC
kind
boss.
of doing this to inflict pain on the people she sees who have wronged her, just out of spite.
Mm.
And so that's what she's going to do.
I have some theories as to why else she might be doing this, but
We'll find out. Then on Friday we have the Astral Calling. On Saturday, we have some version of Salt and Strategy or Salt and Sorcery, something or other. And then on Sunday, we have Stardew Sunday with Sarah. I'm excited for that. But thank you all so much for coming. Check out those other shows. I'm going to see who's online that we know tonight. Quickly. No one. Alright, so thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us.